welcome to Ibon Digest. Governor Moino unveils strategic plans for economic growth. Governor Eno to transform land administration with Aquagis bill in 2025. Economic boost through the Arise agenda. Deplorable state of federal roads in Cross River and Akwa Ibom State spark outcry. Akwa Ibom declares state of emergency in power sector. Government to host tourism summit for industry development. Police uncovers illegal gun-making factory in Akwa Ibom. The Akwa Ibom State Governor Pastor Moino has announced key initiatives to drive economic revitalization and strengthen governance in the state. Speaking at the concluding session of the three-day Executive Council ESCO ministerial briefing and end-of-the-year review held at the Banquet Hall, Government House, Uyo, the governor emphasized his administration's commitment to economic transformation through job creation, industrial growth, and participatory governance. One of the standout initiatives is the immediate revitalization of the moribund state-owned paint company, Ibom Paints, formerly known as Pitcock Paints. Governor Eno directed the Akwa Ibom State Investment Corporation, AKICO, to spearhead his effort, citing the potentials for job creation and increased revenue. With a ready market for paint in the state, particularly through government projects, the governor stressed the urgency of restoring the company to full operational capacity. In a move to deepen the state's involvement in the oil and gas sector, Governor Eno unveils plans to establish Ibom Oil Mineral Exploration Company. The company will focus on identifying marginal oil fields and ensuring Akwa Ibom's active participation in the lucrative energy industry. Akwa Ibom is rich in oil and other mineral resources. We must strive to have our rightful place in the oil and gas industry, the governor remarked. Additionally, the governor announced the forthcoming launch of the Akwa Ibom Geographical Information System (Aquagis) agency under the Ministry of Lands and Town Planning. The initiative aimed to digitalize land administration, streamline the insurance certificate of occupancy, and improve overall land management in the state. Reflecting on the purpose of the ESCO briefing, Governor Eno described it as an opportunity to evaluate the government's achievement over the past year, gather input for stakeholders, and outlines plans for the future. He assured that his administration will remain transparent, inclusive, and focused on delivering the Arise agenda for a better Akwa Ibom. The governor expressed gratitude to stakeholders, including elders, traditional rulers, civil society organizations, labor unions, journalists, and residents for their active participation and support. In the new year, we will accelerate the pace of work, address observed gaps, and engage citizens more actively through town hall meetings across federal constituency, he stated. Commending the governor's leadership, the President General of Akwa Ibom State Supreme Council of Traditional Rulers, His Eminence Intenyi Dr. Solomon Etuk, praised the administration innovation and inclusivity. Political leaders from the state's 3 senatorial districts echoed similar sentiment, describing the forum as unprecedented in fostering accountability and citizen engagement. The governor reiterated his administration's determination to deliver impactful projects and ensure sustainable development across Akwa Ibom State. Meanwhile, Akwa Ibom State Governor Pastor Moino has revealed plans to revolutionalize land administration in the state with the establishment of Akwa Ibom Geographical Information System (Aquagis). The governor announced that an executive bill to make Aquagis an independent agency under the Ministry of Lands will be presented to the State House of Assembly in 2025. Speaking during day 3 of the Akwa Ibom State Executive Council ministerial briefing and end-of-the-year review in Uyo, Governor Eno highlighted the pivotal role of Aquagis in digitalizing and streamlining land administration process. Once launched, the system will enable the seamless digital issuance and revitalization of certificate of occupancy (COO), eliminating inefficiencies of manual paperwork. We will transition to a fully digital system where certificates of occupancy can be obtained online, Eno said. This initiative will not only simplify land transactions but also enhance transparency, reduce fraud, and make land administration cost-effective. The governor's senior special assistant on ICT, Dr. Frank Ekpeyong, provided further insight into Aquagis. He described it as a geographical information management system that organizes and digitalizes land records. He reveals that aerial mapping of the entire state has already been completed, which will support economic planning, security, and fraud prevention. Dr. Ekpeyong emphasized the practical benefits of Aquagis for both land owners and government, including fraud prevention, reduced land encroachment, and the ability to verify land ownership details online. This system ensures land buyers transact directly with rightful owners, avoiding complications and unnecessary fees, he stated. Furthermore, the governor's economic advisor, Dr. Oduak Obon Inam, commended the strategic implementation of our RISE agenda as a blueprint for wealth creation and economic growth in Akwa Ibom State. She describes the agenda's 5 pillars: agriculture revolution, rural development, infrastructure maintenance, security management, and educational advancement as structured to deliver immense and long-term socio-economic benefit. Dr. Inam highlighted achievements over the past 18 months, including job creation, poverty reduction, and increased public and private investment. As direct outcomes of the agenda, she expressed optimism about the 2025 budget, which she described as impactful and result-oriented. The Arise agenda is a vision beyond present administration. It's about creating opportunities for past, present, and future generations, she said. Governor Eno reaffirms his administration commitment to leveraging innovations, inclusivity, and strategic investment to drive sustainable development in Akwa Ibom State. In another news, residents of Cross River and Akwa Ibom State have expressed frustration over the worsening state of federal roads, describing them as dangerous, unfair, and detrimental to socio-economic development. Commercial drivers and travelers lament the deplorable condition of key federal roads, including the Calabar-Itu, Calabar-Ogoja, and Ikot-Ekpene-Itu, Calabar highways. Mr. Adams Anekan, a commercial bus driver, noted that the road poor state has increased vehicle maintenance costs and slow business activities. You can't pass through these roads without something breaking down in your vehicle. With the current economy, motor parts are expensive. This situation is unsustainable, he said. Mr. Okon Otu, describing traveling on this road as terrible and worrisome, noting that a journey from Calabar to Uyo, which should be 1.5 hours, now take almost 4 hours, or to criticize the slow pace of work on the Calabar-Itu Road project, urging contractors to maximize the dry season to speed up progress. Residents attribute rising transportation costs and increased food prices to deplorable roads. Calabar resident M.M. Duke pointed out that traders factor high transport costs into their product prices, further burdening consumers. Transporters blame the bad road and numerous security checkpoints for their high charges, which inevitably affects the prices of food, Duke explained. Pressure groups, community leaders, and lawmakers have called on the federal government to prioritize road repairs. Domklen Enahi, convener of the Northern Cross River Base, Who Forum, described the neglect of federal roads in the region as a disservice. He urged the government to hasten project implementation, particularly as state government had begun addressing compensation issues to facilitate work. Dr. Charles Effiong, a university lecturer and frequent user of the Ikot-Ekpene-Itu Calabar Highway, labeled it a death trap. He revealed that the road's condition had forced travelers to opt for waterways and caused unpredictable delays. Responding to the criticism, Mr. Onayesimi Barida, the controller of work for Akwa Ibom State, assured residents of the federal government's commitment to repairing key roads. He attributed the slow progress on the Ikot-Ekpene-Itu Calabar Highway to delay in compensation payment, but noted that Governor Eno has taken steps to resolve these issues. Governor Eno has committed to paying compensation for properties affected by the project. Once this is finalized, the road construction will resume fully, Barida stated, adding that palliative measures were being implemented for the festive season. Residents also highlighted the deterioration state of Abak Ikot-Abase Highway and the Ikot-Ikpene-Aba Road. Community member Inyang Emen and lawmaker Mark Essen called on the Federal Ministry of Works to expedite repairs during the dry season to prevent further hardship for motorists and passengers alike. Analysts emphasized the critical role of road infrastructure in driving economic growth. They urge government at all levels to invest in sustainable road projects, stressing that good roads are essential to connectivity, commerce, and development. As the dry season set in, residents hope for swift intervention to alleviate their suffering and restore safe, efficient travel across Cross River and Akwa Ibom State. The governor of Akwa Ibom State, Pastor Umoeno, has declared a state of emergency in the power sector as part of the effort to enhance the economic and fulfill a RISE agenda. Speaking during the ongoing Executive Council ESCO ministerial briefing and end-of-the-year review in Uyo, Governor Eno emphasized that stable electricity is crucial to success of his administration's key projects, including the aviation ecosystem, seaport development, and medical corridor initiative. He announced plans to convene a power summit in 2025 to thoroughly review the state economic challenges and establish strategy for achieving reliable power supply. In addition, a power infrastructure committee will be created to oversee critical interventions in the sector. The governor commended the Commissioner for Power, Engineer Camillus Umo, for his leadership in driving reforms at Ibom Power Company and expressed optimism about the administration's ability to achieve its goal of 24-hour electricity supply. This, he noted, would unlock economic growth and attract investment and improve the quality of life for residents. Governor Mono also has disclosed plan for a tourism summit aimed at crafting a detailed roadmap to position Akwa Ibom as a premier tourism destination. Speaking as a fellow of the Nigerian Hotels and Catering Institution, NHCI, he underscores the importance of hotel accreditation, staff orientation, and capacity building for tour guides and transport operators. This initiative aligns with the administration's broader goal of diversifying the state economy and promoting sustainable development. The governor assures stakeholders of his administration's commitment to creating a conducive environment for tourism to thrive. Conclusively, the Akwa Ibom State Police Command has dismantled a gun-making factory operated by a father and his son. During a press briefing at the command headquarters in Uyo, Commissioner of Police Joseph O. Eribo disclosed that the factory, located in a remote area, was fabricating and selling firearms to criminals within and outside the state. Acting on intelligence, police operations raided the facility, arresting one suspect, David Nse Emmanuel, while his father and brother flee the scene. Recovered items included several firearms and components used in their production. Efforts are ongoing to apprehend the fleeing suspect and identify those who have purchased firearms from them. The police reassures residents of their commitment to ensuring public safety and reducing crime.